casting for Hatfields and McCoys, what were you looking for a specific type of look above anything else to kind of match that period of American history?
Well, honestly, they were not the prettiest people in the world. But you couldn't overlook some of my younger folks that are just extremely good looking. I think hair and makeup and wardrobe really lent itself towards making them look a little less attractive.
Yeah.
Yes, so yes, you did look, you weren't looking for the New Yorker, we know that, or the California blonde. You're looking for someone that was West Virginia, Kentucky, different kind of look.
For you, especially as actors were coming in, kind of more scrubbed and cleaned and fully toothed and all that sort of thing, was it challenging for you to kind of look beyond that? Do you have a trick for imagining what that potential could be for them?
It's not a trick. After doing it for 30 years, I think I'm pretty good at it. So you really have to scrub them down and look at those white teeth and imagine them not so clean. But you look for the actor. And I know that sounds silly, but you look for the actor. Makeup will help me if I have the actor. And you know something? When Kevin Costner came on board, build it and they will come. And they did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was pretty spectacular.
Well, they all really embodied the qualities of that period, so it's amazing work.
I think we did a spectacular job, and I hope we leave with Miss Emmy this evening.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
It's daunting. I mean, we worked on this thing, and we worked on this very long form thing for months, couple months, and you lose a little perspective. But once we saw a lot of it together, we were just pretty blown away. And when it started, really, the pieces started coming together. I think we both realized it was something special.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. An honor to be a part of something that we were very excited about as we were working and when we saw the final product. But to have the recognition and the ratings was just really the icing on the cake.
I know with a period piece, you're not always tied to period compositions or period instrumentation. Right. What did you start with? I know you started with the script, but when you were actually composing, what were you starting with, and what were your influences from the beginning?
Well, I think Tony and I both realized, or our concept early on was, obviously we're in this place and time, but we didn't necessarily want to do a Western score in the cliche sense. We wanted to do a score with Western elements and with Appalachian elements, wouldn't you say? And then make it relevant.
Sound.
Yeah.
But kind of get a contemporary take on maybe if the instruments that were authentic to the time and place were our lead voices.
Right.
And work it out, see if we can make something special.
Well, that's what we really tried to do, is to make something that was sounding different. And I think, for the most part, we kind of came up with something cool. Yeah. It's interesting, sometimes you have budget constraints or time constraints, but I think all of that helped us rethink it a little bit, and what came out was, we're very proud of it.
And then we had producers and everybody that was on board as well, that didn't want to not do something differently.
One last thing to ask you to let you go, what's it like actually collaborating and working as a team? Do you take a specific part, like each take a different part, or how do you work out that collaboration?
Oh boy, I don't know. I mean, I couldn't think of somebody better to be in the trenches with. It's sort of like you're doing a covert operation, or you're in an army, and you're really relying on each other. And it was really that. There was no definitive plan other than, hey, Tony, why don't you do that, or why don't I try this? And then we sort of came up, and we would write different themes, and they worked. Luckily, the producers, loved it. And
then we played each other as we were going along. Whenever we rewrote, it's like, hey, John, what do you think of this? And Tony, I did this one. Take a listen. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Also, not being isolated, because what we do mostly, it's just us sitting there working with the picture. So So this was a bonus because we could run ideas off each other and thoughts and be a little bit more confident in these things that we were before they had gotten to the presentation part.
And honestly, we would commiserate because we really sometimes had to stand our ground in the sense that we were very conscious about the amount of music in a long-form piece like this. And for the most part, we had great producers, and we sort of felt our way, and here we are. So.